Good evening. I'm Dan,
I'm Paul.
and we are going to take some time to go over the optics used in the MTS LPVO shootout. All right, this is going to be a deep dive into each of their specifications.
And some impressions on stuff like daylight brightness, the eye box, the eye relief, pertinent stuff that all you guys ask about, that we absolutely have to cover because, like I said, you guys want to know, and that's what makes a usable scope and what it doesn't. So
That's right. Yep. So we are going to start with the Nightforce ATACR. This is a 128 by 24.
hell of a place to start too.
It is. It is a heck of a place to start. It is listed online at $2,800. It is first focal plane. It has the FC DMX reticle in it, 34 millimeter tube diameter. It's a 3.7 inch eye relief and a 96.1 field of view at 1x. Now that is on the lower side.
Yeah,
right?
that's actually the lowest one that we have here.
And then 13.1 at max x, which is actually right there with some of the other optics. This comes in at 22.1 ounces outside of the mount. Okay, does have a throw lever included, which isn't mounted on this right now, but we kind of talked about that a little bit in our previous video. So I'm going to let Paul talk about some of the specifics that he's been working on with eye box, eye relief, and the glass and such.
Yeah. So one thing to mention, this is night vision compatible. We'll just get right to it. So the reticle in this, it is absolutely daylight bright. You'll notice as we talk about these, some of them are kind of like a red dot. Some of them are bright, but maybe not usable. And then we've got a couple that just were not good, I guess is the right way to say it. But the ATACR is definitely, it's what people on the internet a lot of times call nuclear bright. It's super bright, which helps make it fast on one. So to the eye relief and eye box, what did you say the eye relief was?
The eye relief specifications that Nightforce provided was 3.7 inches.
Okay, so that's 3.7 from the scope to your eyeball, right? But I went a little further and I did a little thing to figure out what's usable, and that kind of translates to the eye box as well. So and we've got notes here.
Yeah.
The ATACR here, the image stays really good for about 1.5 inches back and forth, right? Like a good whole usable round image with no scope shadow. And then you have another 3 inches to where the image gets almost unusable. So if you're thinking about shooting in weird positions or whatever, that's good knowledge to have. And it also kind of translates to the eye box. Speaking of the eye box on the ATACR is very good. You can really get out of position before the scope shadow takes over. So the glass on the ATACR is really, really good. We did some low light testing.
Yep.
And the images that you'll see, they've kind of been doctored a little bit because the camera makes them super bright. So I messed with the exposure and stuff to make it look more natural to your eye. So they're not really going to match pictures that you see online, but it'll match kind of more like what you would expect to see when you're actually looking through the scope. So the ATACR is really bright, really clear, crisp image. No issues with the glass. That the edges are clear. And
correct me if I'm wrong, this is one of only 2 or 3 optics that we tested that don't have any fishbowling.
Oh, yeah. Good point. The ATACR, you'll see a picture down below. The image is flat. Now, most scopes, you'll have some fishbowling, like super close. It really doesn't matter, per se, because it goes away as you go out. But to me, it translates into quality of glass, and there's only 2 scopes that we have here that we're going to talk about that you can't see any fishbowling in up close. So just another testament to the quality of this thing. I mean, for the money, hard to beat.
It's a great optic. And one thing that we want to kind of resonate in these videos, and we'll probably mention it in each of the videos in this series, is that none of these optics are terrible.
Right.
They're all good. They're all good at what they do. Some are just better than others. So that's kind of what we want to talk about, some of the specifications here, so that if you're kind of between, a Nightforce and a EOTech, you can maybe make that decision sooner than later based upon this information. So we're going to transition right into the NX8. It is a 128 by 24. It's online right now for $1,750. Black Friday, if this is out before the video, is coming up, so keep an eye out on sales if you're interested in this optic. This also has the FC-DMX in its first focal plane. It's a 30 millimeter tube instead of the 34. It also has a 3.7 inch eye relief and a 106 field of view at 1x, and then 13.2 at max magnification. It comes in at only 17.1 ounces, so it is on the lower end as far as weight goes. It's not the lightest, but it is actually the smallest footprint.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's definitely the smallest scope physically. So the daylight brightness, it's absolutely daylight bright. Nightforce seems to do a really good job with that. It's not quite as bright as the ATACR, but it's completely usable. What's the eye relief number on that one?
Eye relief Friday was 3.7, so same as the ATACR.
Okay, so the NX8, if you've ever heard anything online about this scope, it's that the eye box is super tight, and it is. It's only got about 0.8 of an inch of complete
usable space.
The without scope shadow. That's not much to move your head back and forth. And then it's only got 3 inches total to where the image just goes completely to where it's unusable. So it's probably the tightest one. Well, close.
Yeah.
Close. The glass in this thing, that's another complaint you hear. There's some edge distortion.
A ton.
But when we did the low light stuff, it's nice and it's bright. It's not terrible. So if you can deal with the edge distortion, and it like the rest of these scopes you'll see in the picture, it's got some fish bowling up close. But that doesn't make it a bad scope. Like I said, the fish bowling really doesn't matter once you pass 10 yards.
Yeah. So,
if you're looking for a small scope that's maybe a little cheaper than the ATACR, this might be your guy here.
Yeah, we're looking at a $1,050 difference between the two. So it is a marginal difference. Is it worth it? We'll talk about that a little bit more in our final comparison video. But for now, these are the specifications that we have. We wanted to share them with you, and we hope that they bring you some value.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for this one.
Yep.
Right. All right.
On to the next two.
Thanks, everybody. We got, 6 more of these to do, right?
Yeah, we got a few more.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Hey, guys, just want to thank the community and everyone that sent these optics out to us and made this possible. We started with 5, blossomed into a test of 14. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Please make sure, as we're beginning to grow this channel here, please like, subscribe, share. Make sure you tell your friends, family, and foes to watch these videos.
Please.
That
would be very nice of you. It takes a lot of work to do this stuff. We're all new at it. We hope you're enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
We're having fun with it. So just
we're putting in a lot of hours.
Hit that subscribe button. The comment section is actually really nice because I reply to everybody that posts.
Yeah, there's a reply all the time. I don't reply at all because by the time I get in there, Paul's already done it.
I try to stay involved.
Yeah, which is cool.
These are our people.
We want our comments to be lit, but
yeah,
we'll get there.
And we'll never censor what you put in there, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that how that shtick goes?
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
guys.